Okay, so this transformation that we're going to be talking about today is translations. So to translate something is to vertically and or horizontally slide a figure. Okay, so in that picture right there, we're just moving our pre-image. So this is ABCD is our pre-image. And then A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, this is our image. So we move that to the right and down. So if we want to move something theoretically diagonally, we have to go right and then down first. Okay, so you got to have a horizontal and a vertical shift. All right, this symbolic form, so anytime it says like write the rule or it'll tell you a translation, it'll say XY. So your original ordered pair will change to either be X plus or minus H or Y plus or minus K. So H is the horizontal, that one's easy to remember, shift. And then K is vertical. Okay, so let's look at the first one. So I already went ahead and graphed the pre-image just to save time, make the video a little bit quicker for you guys. So I'm going to be looking at my translation rule. Okay, so it has X plus 5. So what that does is I'm adding 5 to the X value. What that causes to happen is that moves it to the right 5. All right, and if I add 7 to the Y, okay, that's literally adding 7 to the Y value, but that also causes it to move up 7. So I'm going to the right 5 and up 7, and that's how I will get my image. So I'm going to start with R. All right, so I went right 5, up 7, and that gets me R prime. So I do the same thing for each point. So I get Q prime, S prime, and then T prime. And then I just connect it. Probably should have done that red. We're going to go ahead and switch that to red so y'all can see the difference. All right, so that's my image now. So all I have to do, the last thing, is just record the point. So Q is at -1.6, R prime is at 2.8, S prime is going to be at 6.2, and then T prime is going to be at 3.0. Okay, so let's look at number 3. So I also went ahead and graphed just the pre-image. So here's my translation rule. So I add 2 to X, subtract 2 to Y. So adding 2, anytime you add something to X, that moves it up. So this is going to be up 2. All right, and if I subtract from Y, that makes it move down. Sorry, this should be right 2. To the right 2. Then we go right 2, down 2. All right, so that is my new image. So I have J, K, L, M, and those are all the primes. Okay, so my new points are at -2, 5, 2, 6, 1, 2, and -3, 1. All right, number 5. Okay, so I'm going to look at my translation rule. So it goes to the left 1 and then down 5. All right, so left 1 and then down 5. All right, and once we have that, just connect your dots. Ooh, that's an ugly line right there. All right, so then we have S prime, U prime, and T prime. And then the last thing that we want to do is just label our ordered pairs. All right. Okay, so what I want y'all to do on number 6, okay, you're going to enter your answers into the Edpuzzle. So go ahead, graph it, do the following transformation, and then enter your answers into the Edpuzzle. Okay, so for number 7, this time they give us both images, so they give us the pre-image and the image, and they want us to write the rule. So the first thing that needs to happen is you need to identify which is which. So the one without the apostrophe, this is our pre-image. Okay, and the one with the apostrophe, so like D prime, E prime, F prime, that's our image. All right, then all we have to do is just count the transformation. So it went to the right first, so it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right. So if it went to the right, I add. So I have x plus 7, and then went up. So y went up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went y plus 4. Okay, if it went left, you would subtract, and if it went down, you would also subtract. Okay, so what y'all are going to do for number 8 is you're going to write the rule in the Edpuzzle for number 8. Okay, on these last 2 problems that we're going to do, we have 2 transformations. So we have a reflection to do and a translation. So reflection is what we did yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. So go ahead and graph your pre-image. The first thing that we're going to do is reflect it in the x-axis. Okay, well this one is our x-axis, the horizontal. So what I'm going to do is just flip my triangle over. Let me label this real quick. Okay, so I'm going to reflect it over the x-axis. All right, so this is going to be, we still label it the same, so this is going to be y prime, z prime, and then x prime. All right, and then our second one that we're going to do is we're going to translate it by moving it to the right 9 and then up 2. Okay, we translate the image that we just created. So we're translating x prime, y prime, and z prime. So I'm going to move the red triangle to the right 9 and up 2. So I have z prime, y prime, and then x prime. So if I perform 2 translations, it's actually double prime. So I know your answer says x prime, y prime, z prime. Go ahead and change those to 2 apostrophes so it's double prime. That way you know you had 2 transformations happen. All right, so our new coordinates are for x double prime, we are at 6, -5. Y double prime is at 7, 1. And then z double prime is at 4, 0. Okay, so the last one that we are going to do. Okay, so now we're going to translate it first. and then reflect it. So we're going to move it to the right 6 and then down 8. Okay? So I'm going to go to the right 6. And then down 8. And then I'm going to go ahead and continue that for all of mine. Okay, so this is going to be so I have P prime, L prime, M prime, and N prime. Okay, and then I'm going to perform my second transformation, which is the reflection in the y-axis. All right, so I am flipping over our vertical axis now, and I'm flipping our L prime, N prime, N prime, P prime. I'm flipping that one. So I'm flipping that green rectangle. All right, so I'm just going to count the distance from our line of reflection. Okay, and then just connect it and then label our points. So I have L double prime, P double prime, N double prime, and then M double prime. So again, just make sure you change, and that's my bad, y'all. Make sure you change the L to L double prime, and then M double prime, and so on. And then we're just going to label our ordered pairs. All right. Okay, and that's it for our translation notes. Okay, so y'all can go ahead and start your homework. It is on Canvas, so y'all are good to go.